Mekel Bailey, costume designer for Baby Reindeer. How familiar were you with Richard Gadd's one-man show before you joined the series?
To be actually honest, I wasn't that familiar. It was all new to me. So yeah, I can't make up a story there. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, this is obviously based on his life. So what were your early discussions with Richard, like especially about Donny's look and how much of the real Richard's style you wanted in Donny's, and how much is Donny's original style?
Okay, yeah. So in the beginning, in the early, very beginning stages, we met up, me and Richard. We kind of got to know each other, spoke about my ideas, his ideas, spoke about the real him, spoke about the character Donny, how I envisioned him, and just we tried to, see where the crossovers ever elapsed and where in those moments, why was that? And then what do we do there? And then it was kind of just like building day by day, week by week, and then collecting all the costumes. And then we had this massive filter and fit in there, and then we kind of built it into the scenes and with a production designer that way.
Hmm. What would you say is distinctly Donny and what is distinctly Richard?
I would say, I guess, the props, the hats when he's on stage, that's Richard. And then I guess Donny, everything else in the show is Donny.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Richard includes like the iridescent fish scale unitard in episode
So
4.
when he's on stage, one with the comedy suit, he has this prop, this kind of I can't remember what it was. It's like this kind of furry animal. So that's Richard's own prop. Yeah.
Mhm. We have to talk about his suit on stage when he does his stand-up shows, Donnie. Like it's this like orange brown plaid suit with some like yellows and greens in there. And it's really eye-catching and it's kind of like ill-fitted a little bit. And it really works well against the whole aesthetic of the show because there's a lot of reds and oranges with the show. So what did you want to evoke with that suit and what went into design of it?
So with that suit, there was many back and forths, ranging from the pattern to the color to the shape, the size, whether it was big shoulders, small, whether it was fitted in the body, whether it was loose. And then once we decided on all of those kind of things, then we had to break down the suit to make it look worn in. It was from a charity shop that he would have found this suit. It would have been secondhand, and he would have like had many years of traveling and being around with him. So all of those things again, and the suit, it's somewhat his alter ego. It's his superhero costume that when you put on something and you feel at your best and you feel so strong and so bold that you can take on the world and that nothing's gonna because that's his safe place by being on stage and being a comedian. That's what we wanted to provoke with that. Also subtly drawn connotations to his heritage, being Scottish. So yeah, those little small little quirks in there. And then again with the colours, playing with the tone of the show and what the oranges and the reds evoke with the emotions there.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I have to say, I think Martha's wardrobe is my favorite of all the characters, just because of I feel like her clothes also go on the same kind of roller coaster of emotions that her actual character goes through, and because in the beginning it's really unsuspecting, like she dresses really nicely because it's like she's almost trying to like woo Donnie, or she is wooing him, and it's non-threatening and a lot of pinks, and then the colors get darker after her threat level rises. So
Yes, yeah.
how did you develop that aesthetic for Martha?
Yeah, so again with Jess and with Martha, it was again about meeting up in the beginning, understanding the comfortabilities with each other and where we can push the character. And then it was really understanding the different, I guess, states of mind of Martha, where she was, whether she was, in a good space, a bad space, a sad space, a happy space, all of those kind of things. So again, there's the animal prints, there's the clash of the prints and florals, there's just the bold colors, there's the polka dots. So all of these things again all have subliminal messages as to again where Martha is and who this character is and how we can evolve and show in progress. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a very chaotic kind of wardrobe. It kind of feels like a child playing dress up a little bit, just like putting stuff together.
Yeah. But thinking it's done so great and so well, and it's her best again. And constantly there's this carousel and this conveyor belt of reusing the same things that she's had in her wardrobe because again, there's no money coming in to be buying new stuff. but
Hmm.
some ways how she manages to always be like a shapeshifter somewhat with creating these new costumes or new outfits every day.
Hmm. And I know you sourced a lot of the clothing from thrift stores and you went around London, right? So what was that like trying to find all these pieces?
Yeah, so I would say like 95% of the whole show for everybody's wardrobe was sourced from secondhand shops. Yeah, it was a trial and error. Definitely, you have to have a lot of stamina and know that not every day is going to be a good day because, based on either the size, based on then the color, based on the materials, all of those filters, by the time you then get down to, well, what is available. So again, but no, it was a great thing to even understand how different demographics or different parts of London have then different options available, different sizes or different styles. Again, just really delving into that because I wanted every piece of material, every outfit or every piece just to have a deeper character to it in itself, to be lived in, to have it to tell its own story as well, to
Yeah, no
opposed.
one's really super fancy here. Everything feels real and worn.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
was really struck by this, I guess, like structured pink jacket that Martha wears in the diner scene in the first episode when she
Yeah.
asks him if he's serious about her, and that's when things like start to kind of turn. And it has
Yeah.
these like shoulder pads and these patches on the chest. So where did you find that one?
Again, that was just again in another thrift shop. I think that was just one of those ones where it's hanging above the till. If I believe rightfully, I would say West London, but there were so many that I went to. But I just remember that day when I saw it, I was just jumping around in the shop, so excited, so elated. I called my supervisor, Imogen. I was like, "Oh my God!" And I sent her a picture. I was, yeah, very ecstatic, and I definitely kept pushing and having conversations with, Veronica, director, and the producers about this has to be used. We have to wear this. Yeah, I definitely.
Because it's like it's pretty, but there's something like slightly off about it.
Yeah, yeah, and just the colors as well, and just the mishap of it. It was just so perfect.
Yeah, for sure. I want to talk about Terry's wardrobe because she, as a character, she's also the most put together and she gets the happiest ending. And you really see that reflected in her clothes too. And she has a lot of like crop tops and she has this like lovely caramel coat. So what went into her aesthetic?
Yeah, with Terry again, she was always meant to be this kind of explosion of energy and new life into Donny's life, and also be this calm, still space. So again, you see there's color with her, these little skirts, these crop tops. She's cool, she's fun, she's edgy, but then in her day to day, she's a bit more reformed, as you said, with that camel coat. And when she's coming from work, the trousers and stuff like that. So there's this constantness with her. So again, just like a lot of energy, but good energy. So that's where that kind of vibe came from.
Hmm.
And also to be remind him to be his true self as well. By her
Yeah.
being true self and bearing, her skin and herself and allowing him to somewhat, yeah,
Hmm.
bounce off of that energy as well.
In the finale, Donnie puts on this yellow jacket that he gets from Keely's mom, and throughout the show, we usually saw him in hoodies or just like button-down shirts and stuff. So, what was it like finding the right jacket and that shade of yellow for the final shot of the show?
It's actually funny because the other day I was going through my iPad because I'm about to start a new job. So I was clearing out the iPad because the iPad's only used for when I'm on work, those kind of jobs. So I was just flicking back through a lot of the pictures and I was just like, wow, like going back through all the options. And I remember, especially with that yellow jacket, we had about 20 options. So it was finding the right yellow, and then things like the collar, and then was there a hood, and then the material, and then the shape. So again, it was very people just think, oh, it's just a yellow jacket. It really wasn't. There's a lot of things that. So then we found out on the eBay. So that was
Mhm.
an eBay again, someone's worn used jacket. So that was a great find on eBay. And again, it was purpose. It was great because obviously on the inside it had this green material. And again, the green played with the show and the colors. So it was all purposely done.
Yeah, and it's similar to the plaid suit is still kind of like oversized and like doesn't fit him perfectly too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, finally, what was your favorite look to put together on the show?
I would say my favorite look was, yeah, the one that we spoke about with Martha. But I guess I keep talking about that. So second to that,
Second favorite.
what would be my I kind of like the outfit when she's in the fight scene. The
Mm.
polka dots. That actually wasn't a charity shop find, that we had to buy that because obviously just the fact it was a fight, so there could be doubles or rips and tears, etc. But yeah, I just again the rage. That's what I wanted to show with those spots and how someone can come out like this red,
Yeah,
coming out of this
she did
black.
wear some animal prints here and
Yeah,
there.
so those animal prints and stuff like that to me as well was a great thing. Again, if you people saw that as well.
Mhm. So, well, Mekel, it was great speaking with you. Thanks so much for your time and congratulations on your Emmy nomination.
Thank you so much. Thank you and love. Thank you
Thank
for taking
you.
the time. Take care. Bye bye.